My presentation is about the daguerreotype history in photography. The daguerreotype is a type of early early photograph experimental approaches, not too important, has been used before. Daguerreotypes are on a bright mirrors-like silver metal surface, and it's depending on the light conditions and maybe either positive or negative. As many other results have done, it did not come from anywhere. The earliest mechanical tools appearance to capture visual scenes during the recovery. Artists of the period used the dark camera to sketch out their desires. Late, the camera dark can be used in photography. It took a person 8 hours to view his pictures. They were then washed in lavender oil, which gave them a calming effect. By seeking a way to prevention of the further daguerreotype exposure by fixing the image in a reliable table salt solution, he also delivered this technique. This technique that were created at the time were less costly and difficult. As a result, the daguerreotype was nearly entirely replaced by the photography process. The daguerreotype was popularly described as a memory special, an upbeat, direct image in the camera obscure on a sensitive silver-coated plate. The daguerreotype had dealt a crepuscular blow to the art world by turning the realistic painting into history. The daguerreotype, however, had also realized that the artist shortly after the daguerreotype process was discovered in January in 1839. It discovered were captured by properly imitation as a natural pencil, most of which did not even see a picture in the person. Daguerre had announced a new epoch in art history. Several portrait studios opened in 1840. The daguerreotype was costly, so only the wealthy could afford a portrait of them. While portraits were the most common subject, the daguerreotype was used to capture a wide range of photographs, including structural and documentary subjects, still life, nature, and existing events. When the ambrotype was introduced as the fastest and least costly photograph process at the end of the 1850s, but daguerreotype lost favor, and new modern-day photographers were restarting the technique. These photos can be seen to be blurred and outdated today, but they were the high point of photography in the 1850s. 1850s, yeah. Daguerreotype, also known as a mirror of memory, retain their silver-finished and change appearance, depending on lighting and the view of the angle. Photography was a highly common in the early 1900s, and in people taking taking their own pictures of their own lives and curating their personal history. Similar to this, the Frenchman inventor laid of foundations for an important aspect of modern era documentary and recording objects and the people as a part of the broader sociable grouping and ordering projects. A small group of photographs attempted and continued to attempt to say that the daguerreotype as a exciting existing process in the 1980s to the 1990s. Despite its high information value due to the difficulty of information, Albert believes that daguerreotype, the medium of photography in which it is pronounced, does not have the same artist suggesting a power as painting. This position seems to be odd when one believes that the photographer orientated from a landscape desire, as reported in the most accounts by its many inventors and users. Since then, Fox Talbot, he claims to have had the idea of fixing the camera's shadows because he wants to reflect the beautiful landscapes around the Italian lakes and had been confronted with his lack of photography skills. Because of the qualified sensitive of the daguerreotype moving objects, they were not correctly documented, resulting in changes in the appearance of the landscape that did not benefit from their use in communicating through the sensory effects on those same landscapes, thin, as if polished grey and a little sad. The daguerreotype was the correct instrument for studying the thousands and one information captured at the time. However, it was much less sensitive in portraying the general, indeed, the scientific object here under production due to its difficult physical appearance. The limited scale of the image was another downside. When facing with these horrors of the nature itself, which the daguerreotype is limited to expose and stressing, there is a whole work of thinking that is judged natural to scientists and artists, especially landscape painters, but absent from the photographic picture. In Humboldt's view, since this removal is a daguerreotype feature, it does not in itself guarantee an actual image of the natural process, especially since in addition to the earliest described difficulties in one behalf of the whole and its accurate effects, there is also difficult speaking with the pieces, suggesting they need to synthesize and model. That ends my presentation. Bye.